And welcome everybody to another Tuesday night chit chat. I am so glad you guys are joining me. If you're new here, I'm Sly, and if you're returning, thank you so much. This is kind of the highlight of my week, and I look so forward to having everybody here and doing this every week. As some of you know, last week I had a really bad cold. I'm on the tail end of it, so the waterworks may start. It's one of those things where you don't have a lot of notice. It just, your eyes start watering, your nose just, so we're gonna do the best we can. I have tissues at the ready, just in case. But my voice is back, and I really missed you guys last week, so I thought, well, we're just gonna go ahead and try this. So we already have some people in here, which is fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Scott Rogers made it first. Happy Tuesday, gang. Happy Tuesday, Scott. I hope you're having a great week. Scott says, gotta love a good mystery. I'm telling you, I have been blown away. Now, you guys know how many bags I have gone through. And for me to be excited about a bag again, it's kind of like, okay, there must be something to this, because I have gone, I mean, you name it, I've tried it. But I had never tried a Mystery Ranch because I was under the impression they were more tactical EMT type bags. And I have a couple of tactical bags, but I'm not really a tactical person. Okay. So I love to go to the gun range, don't get me wrong, but I don't carry one every day. And I probably should carry one on my hikes, but I really don't. So, tactical is just not really my thing. I lean more towards, I don't want to say fancy, but I love my Belroy bags. I like fun bags, like my 511's a fun bag. So I don't know. I'm kind of eclectic. I kind of like a lot of different stuff, but I'm not really into the whole tactical EMT style bag. And so I never really gave Mystery Ranch a look. And everybody and their dog had these huge sales over Labor Day and leading up to Labor Day. And so, typical Sly fashion, I couldn't pick up just one. Oh, heavens no, I had to get 3. So, but they're for 3 very different use cases. Well, 2 of them are very different, but you'll see. And Roy is here too. Happy Wednesday too. Happy Wednesday, Roy. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. It's Roy is in Australia, so it's the next day for him. And Randy says, glad to have survived the Labor Day weekend. Hello, everyone. You know, it was so funny because when you're retired, I guess, every day is kind of the same. It really, I have found that I'm getting my days off by like a day here or a day there, which has upset my son greatly. But you don't have to, I do schedule things, but it's not, I don't know. It's just, I don't keep up with the days anymore. So, when yesterday came along, it felt like Sunday. Today has kind of felt like Monday. And they pick my trash up on Tuesdays, but when there's a holiday, they move it back a day to Wednesday. So all day today has really felt like Monday. So I'm going to be off a day all week. Just letting my children know. I'm going to be off a day all week. Just deal with it. And there's my Brady Boo. Hi. Hi. Thanks for coming in. Roy says, what is Labor Day? It's just a holiday for the banks to close and the stock market to shut down and everybody to get, it's a bank holiday. And I think it was originally so the laborers could have a day off and to recognize them. But now it's pretty much just a bank holiday, and nobody really closes except the banks and the post office and like the federal stuff. But Amazon still runs, FedEx still runs, UPS still runs. So, yeah, it's just kind of it's a holiday. It's a U.S. holiday. And Flying Toast made it in. Hello again. Glad to see you're doing better. Hope everyone is doing well. Well, I do. I feel so much better. And I really missed you guys, but I sounded like a frog. I still do a little bit, but I did like a test before I decided to go live tonight. I did a test this afternoon and I sound so much better, so much like my normal self. Not quite 100%, but it's just, yeah. So, hopefully the eyes won't start watering and all that good stuff. So, and if it does, oh well. And there's my Uncle G. Hello, everybody. Hope we're all having a great week so far. It's been a really good week. When you've been sick and you start feeling better, everything is like so much better. Like you wake up and you're just like, I can breathe. This is fantastic. So ever since I had the 19 3 times, when I get a cold, I get a cold. And I never, of course I was younger then too, but I've never let a cold get me this down as much as it does now. And about every 2 or 3 months I get a cold and it just kind of wipes me out. So, okay. So on to the bags. Now, this first one, I'm going to start with the little one and work my way up to the big one. The first one is just like an everyday carry bag. Like, you know, I carry a backpack with me all the time. And if I run into a store or something, a lot of stores don't like you to take them in. And so I may stick a sling bag inside the backpack. But I always have a backpack with me. I have a backpack that lives in my truck that has tools and stuff in it. And I have one that always has like my camera stuff in it. Always sitting on the seat next to me. And it's kind of funny because since I have been sick, I haven't been able to get up and go out like I usually do. But it makes me nervous not to have it in my sight. Instead of turning into a cat lady, I have turned into a lady who can't be in another room that her bag's not in. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So if I'm in the living room, it has to be in the living room. If I'm in the bedroom, it has to be in the bedroom. It's right here. Because it has my life in it. I don't know. It just makes me feel more comfortable if I know where it is. So, yes. Now, there is like, it's not really a downside. It kind of is. I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. It is the Rip Ruck 15. Okay. This little thing, I can get it all in here. Here, I'll do it this way. I'll just do it this way. There we go. Yeah. It's the Rip Ruck 15, the old version. Okay. And I'll go over the things I like about it. For one thing, this is magnetic. Well, you can't tell, but the reason it's called the Rip Ruck is because these actually rip when the zippers get broke in, which they are if I had it at a different angle, but from everything I've read, the zippers get easier and then you can just rip it open easier than what it is right now. But look what it has. Magnets. Y'all know I love magnets. No Velcro for me, thank you very much. I like magnets, and there's no reason not to put them on bags. So all you bag manufacturers out there that keep using Velcro, this is the way to go. I love it. Now, the newer version, I did actually pull a picture up for you so you could see it. Maybe, if I can figure out how to do this. This is the newer version. Still has the magnets, but on the front, if I can get this in the shot, sort of. On the front, instead of having a plain panel, it's got that laser cut webbing. I just don't like the looks of it. Now you guys might, right? And it comes in a bunch of different colors. So I just pulled up one that, was aesthetically pleasing. But they also added a second water bottle pocket. This one only has the one. It's plain on the other side. No water bottle pocket. The new one has dual water bottle pockets, but they took out some of the pockets on the inside. So, I looked at them both, and I really decided that I like the old style better than the new style. Now, I did do some things. Let me see if I can pull this up. Uh, if you notice, it's got these uh, little string zipper pulls. Okay, I didn't like those. So I've changed the zipper pulls. See if you can see this. How about if we make it bigger? I changed the zipper pulls out for some Timba zipper pulls because these are what's on my camera bag, and I like the way they feel. If they don't work out for whatever reason, I can always go back to those. But they were just so long, and I didn't like the look. I like it much better with these. Um, Personal preference, 100%. So inside this thing is kind of, I probably should have shown you the harness first, but inside this thing, if I can get it over, let's see if I can get an overhead shot of this. That would be really quite the thing. Yeah, sort of. Okay. So it doesn't open any further than this. Okay, this is it. And normally I don't like bags that don't like have a side zipper or something that makes them open all the way. But this bag is so small, it just works. It's got like these long, these go all the way down. They're not really pockets. It's just like a place. I did have my my selfie sticks in there, and I moved them to this back lap part area because obviously this bag, it's big enough for the laptop, but I'm not going to carry it in here. And so I've just got my little selfie sticks in here. And then it's got a zippered compartment here, which I have a power bank in. But instead of it just being one big zippered compartment, it's sewn into where it's two. So this is one side. Can you see the stitching? Well, that stitching goes all the way down. And so it's actually two separate compartments. In the new bag, this is just one. I don't know that I have a preference, 1 over 2. I don't know. The 2 is fine. And then it's got this little side pockets here, which I think the new one has these as well. And these go down about to here. So, you know, it's as deep as my hand. And then the rest of the bag, it's got those on both sides, and the rest of the bag is just open. So it's just kind of like, you can just dump stuff in there. So I've got both my cameras in there, but because it's so little, it fits like a glove, or like a pair of shoes, because it really does. The way they do their back panel really makes it hug your back. Now, the harness system, it's really well padded, but you know, I had an Everly stock, and those straps were just too big for my shoulders. They would, you know, hit my shoulder about here, but then they would end up hitting my neck. And so it wasn't a comfortable bag to carry. Especially if you put weight in it. It was fantastic. I like how it opens, and I like the material, and there's a lot of things I like about it, but it just wasn't comfortable to wear. Okay, this bag is like a glove. Now, my only complaint, and they're very, very minimal complaints, I do wish this had like a D-ring on it somewhere on the strap, because there's nothing. So I have my microphones in, I think this is a filter case, a Timba filter case. As you can tell, I like Timba, but I have my microphones in here. And so I can just open this, and yes, it's Velcro, it's noisy, but I can open this and just pop it on this is a magnet. And so I can just pop it on and off I go. And now the one thing I did notice, and I don't know why, because I haven't noticed this with other bags, is when I put on my little thing for the camera, if I don't want to hold it, this little doodad by Ulanzi, if I don't want to hold it and I just want to put it on the strap, I've hit myself in the face with this a lot. So, and I don't know why, because I've never had that problem in any other bag. But maybe it's because it's so little, not really sure. But it is what it is. I mean, you're not going to get away from that. So it's okay. But I like the handle. It's got a nice reinforced handle. It does have some molly webbing up here. I don't know what you would put up here. I guess you could put like a pouch or something, but I think it would be awkward and the flap would not open right. So I was watching another reviewer do a review on this, and he was wanting there to be magnets in the strap, so when you open this, that it would hold itself open. And I haven't noticed that it flaps. I mean, mine doesn't flap back closed, so I don't think it's necessary. His mileage may vary. I don't know. But anyway, and I like the color. I like the fact that it's not black. So it's just a fun color, and I did put a little Night Eyes S beaner on the side, and I think I have one over here that's got like a flashlight. My flashlight that I love so much. I have so many of these. Everybody should have these. They're absolutely fantastic, and they charge with USB, and it's just enough to light like the path in front of you. It's not enough to take out in the woods, okay? But it is enough if you forget to turn the porch light on. It's enough to get you in the house. So there's that. Now the water bottle pocket is a little bit on the slim side. This is a 18 or 20 liter, and it fits perfect. This is just a standard water bottle, and there's plenty of room. In fact, if you turn the bag upside down, this would probably fall out. So this fits better, and I can have ice in my drink. So there's that one. I don't want to say that's my favorite, because I like these other two as well. I like the two smaller ones the best, but if I was going on a hike, I'd probably take the bigger one. And I've tried this. We'll get to that. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Excuse me. So Hal snuck in here. Hi, all. Hi, Hal. How are you doing? And Uncle G says, old cars are better. Old bags are better. They just don't make things like they used to. Well, they changed the design. So it's called the same thing, but I like that smooth front better. Now, I don't know, you guys that are ruckers or that get out there and do your thing. Number one, why would you start with a 15-liter bag? I don't know. But you can add by putting molly pouches on the front of the new style. Not so much the old style, and maybe that's why they did it. I don't know. I just, personally, I didn't like the look of the new one. Roy says, Uncle G, I wish new cars were simpler. It's DIY for me. Roy, I have told my son so many times about, I think it was my first truck. It was a 77 Chevy, 77, 78, somewhere around there. And it had the big 454 engine in it. And even with that huge engine, I could get up and sit inside the fender well to work on the engine. It was fantastic. It was great. I had to have a ladder to get up inside the engine compartment. But once I was in there, you had so much room. And now my little truck, I wouldn't even begin to know where anything is, because there's no way you could sit inside there. It is wall to wall components, whether it be engine, air conditioning, whatever. It's just wall to wall. There is no space for anything. So I'm with you, Roy. I like old cars better. Much easier to work on. And Miss Evelyn made it. Hello there. Hope your night goes well. Thank you, ma'am. I hope yours as well. Looks like you've been posting some pics of your family's, like, what was it? What did I see? I don't remember now, Miss Evelyn. I saw pictures, of a twin, maybe? I can't remember now. But it looks like people are coming to visit and say hey and take you out to lunch, and that's always fun. I love it when my kids stop by. G says, couldn't agree more, Roy. The new cars basically drive for you. Takes away the fun. Yeah, my son and I both like standards. And I just like them because I feel like I have more control over what the vehicle's doing. He likes them because he likes to go fast. So, and he thinks he can go faster with a standard than an automatic, which, the new ones, when I bought my truck, I test drove several trucks and Jeeps and what have you. And the Chevys, and I may be wrong about this, but I think they had an 8-speed transmission. And so as you're cruising down the highway at 60, it kept shifting gears. And I'm like, what is up with this? Just make up your mind and stick with it. And I hated the transmissions. And so I went all the way to Kansas to get my truck, which was a manual. And when it's in 6th gear, it's in 6th gear. And it doesn't shift unless I shift it. So, yeah, I love my truck. It's 6 years old now. Yeah, I've had that truck quite a while. But I usually do keep my trucks a long time. So I plan on having this one until my grandson turns 16. And then I'm going to give it to him. So that's about another 10 years. And that's about par for the course for me. Roy says, I still have a 26-year-old car. I can afford a new one, but the money keeps on going on camera gear, right? Yeah, I have no interest whatsoever in getting a new truck. I may get a SUV, just so that we're a little family of, I guess we're 5 now. So I may get a little SUV so that we can all go together. But my daughter just got a new one, and I think it would be cramped with 5, but I think we could do it. So I think we're going to go on vacation this month, actually. So I'll let you know. Okay, so back to the bags. This is what I call the middle size. This is a District 18. I love the color. Isn't that perfect for fall? See if I can show you a better picture. I did take better pictures. There we go. And I love this bag. And there are so many things that I like about it. There's only one thing I don't. And you had to know, there's no perfect bag. They used magnets on the Rip Ruck. Okay? They put Velcro on this one. And y'all know how I feel about Velcro. It annoys me to no end. So I just covered it up. I just covered this part up. And I haven't put magnets on it yet. Because it really... I don't know that it necessarily... This is just a big pocket. It does have a little bit of organization in it. But it's... I don't think anything that you put in here is going to make this... I don't think this needs to close, is what I'm trying to say. And so... But this has got a lot of really cool things that I've never seen in a backpack before. And I think that's why I like it so much. So... Once you rip this open, pretend I just ripped it open, it has a zipper on this side, which also has a snap. So you can unsnap it, and then you can just pull it down, and you have access to your admin area, which has got all your little pockets and everything in. I don't have anything in here right now because everything's in the Rip Ruck, but it's got more room in this front compartment. And it's easier to see this than the Rip Ruck, because the Rip Ruck doesn't fold down like this. It just is there, right? And so it has a zipper, and it has access like a vertical pocket, so everything falls to the edge. But I love the way this one opens. And that's just the admin part. Okay. Now, moving on to the main part. Oh, and we do have dual water bottle pockets on both sides, which is, I mean, it's nice, but I mean, if I'm by myself, it's just me. And my grandson's big enough now that I make him carry his own backpack, and his water bottle goes in his backpack. So I really don't need to anymore, but I guess it's nice to have. You can put a tripod or, something, my selfie stick or something little in there. But the star of this bag has so many cool things about it. It's like a James Bond bag. So the zipper opens all the way down, but guess what? It doesn't fall down because it's got these gussets. And you might say, well, Sly, that could be annoying because you don't have full access to your bag. Well, so it shows you how much you know. So on the inside, let me see if I can pop this over here. On the inside, and right now I just have a Wandered tech bag in here. Still in the pouch, but it matches. On the side, there are snaps. And so you can actually unsnap this and unvelcro it. Nah, I hate Velcro. On both sides, and then you have a full clamshell. And it just velcros back together. And so now the bag opens full clamshell if that's what you need it to do, which is cool because now you can put your packing cubes or whatever, and I can actually get an overnight. I could use this for an overnight bag, but it's got these elastic loops on what I believe is the laptop area, and I put my selfie sticks in here, and it was perfect. They just fit perfect. So it's got a lot, I don't know if you can tell how wide that opens, but it's got a lot of room in it. It's supposed to be a 18 liter, and it comes, if you're taller, it comes in a 24 liter, but the 18 fits me like a glove. So, to the camera? I do have trouble with my mouse. Now, you can access the laptop just, by opening here. No, this one doesn't have it. Okay, so you do access it from opening here. Now, on the back of it, now I've never had load lifters on an 18 liter because it's so small. But on the back, you have load lifters. So you can raise the bag up or lower it down depending on how you like to wear it. Now, I usually like to wear mine pretty close to the vest, so it doesn't have any D-rings. Again, on the strap, no D-rings. And the chest strap, it's not really, it tends to move, which, I mean, it's fine. It can only move that far. And when I got it, they were on this part right here. So if you're bigger, you'd probably want to keep it here. But this back panel, I don't know if you can tell this in the picture, but it's curved. And so when it sits on your body, it curves to your back. And it just fits like a shoe. Like a good fitting shoe. Not like an ill-fitting shoe, but it fits like, I've never had a backpack this comfortable before, ever. And now I put the strap keepers because it doesn't come with any, and these straps are really, really long. So if you're like a heavy person, you can still wear this bag because you have so much adjustability in these straps. Now, if you guys remember, my Wandered Provoke did not have load lifters, and I don't know if they're up here or not, but I had to buy them separately off Amazon and put them on the bag and then load lift it myself. Right? That was always my complaint about that bag, was it rode too low, and when you put the load lifters on, it was fine, but yeah, I wasn't a fan. And this flashlight has a magnet on it. So what I have done on this one is I put one of those Night Eyes S-beaners, and I put my little flashlight on there. And then on this side, I put another S-beaner and the smaller flashlight. So if I'm walking, they don't flap around while you're walking, while you're wearing it. But if I'm walking down a trail, I can turn the big light on, and if somebody is coming to me, I don't want to blind them, so I can turn this one off and just take the little one and point it down to the ground. So, but this thing, I loaded up all my camera gear, and it worked out really, really well. And then I got the Rip Ruck, and I'm like, ooh, like this one too. So these two are probably my favorites, and they're for everyday carry. They're not like travel bags or anything like that. So, but gotta love a sale. Gotta love a sale. So, now, where's my mouse? I keep losing my mouse. Oh, somehow I lost my chat. Okay. Roy says, a drill and a riveter can add as many D-rings as you need. Well, I've been using these. I have a lot of these. I don't know why. Because you know how I feel about Velcro, and I have a lot of Velcro straps. But it does have its place. It's just, I don't like it when it's so pronounced on a bag that you open the bag and it's, you know, yeah, that's not really my cup of tea. But I've got a ton of these, and what these were for was to extend a face mask. So a lot of people, when we had to wear face masks, they were complaining that it hurt their ears. Well, this, you put on the earpieces, and so it went on the back of your head instead of your ears. And somehow I ended up with a ton of these, and they come in really handy for attaching things to bags. So I've got just the regular Velcro straps that get all curly and, you know, just like a little Velcro strap to attach a wire or something like that. But I found that these wide ones work really, really good when you're trying to attach something to a backpack strap. So haven't brought out the drill yet, Roy. I might bring out the hot glue gun if I decide to put magnets where all that Velcro is. All right, so bag number 3, and this is the biggest of the bunch. And again, even as big as it is, it fits really, really well. This is the, let me get it right here. I think it's called the Urban Assault EDC. Let me make sure. 2-day EDC. Okay. So they have a 2-day Urban Assault, and then they have this one, which was made specifically for REI. You can only get it at REI. It's extremely similar to the Urban Assault. The Urban Assault in this is like, it's called the Urban Assault. Is it a 2-day? I think it's called a 2-day. They're both rated at 27 liters. They are not. I'll be straight up with you. The REI version, the EDC version, is smaller. So I'm going to say it's probably like a 24, but when you put them side by side, it is very apparent that the one that everybody else can sell is bigger than the one REI sells. So, but I haven't even taken the tags off this one yet. So it does have 2 water bottle pockets. They are bigger because it's a bigger bag. And so this is I think this is a 30 liter, or 30 ounce Stanley, and it just fits perfect in there. You could actually put like one of those big old Nalgene bottles in there and it would fit fine. But this again has the tri-zip that Mystery Ranch is kind of famous for, which, by the way, Mystery Ranch is based out of Bozeman, Montana, and they sold to Yeti in, I want to say March. And so bags are coming out and they look exactly like the Mystery Ranch bags, but instead of saying Mystery Ranch, they say Yeti. And they're probably charging more. I don't know. But and this one has the molly webbing on it, which it's fine. I'm not a huge fan, but it's just a look. Now I do like this better than the laser cut that they put on the new Rip Ruck, but I don't really use it unless I am putting like a patch for morale patches or something, which I don't really think this bag kind of calls for that. And again, it's not black. I like the color. Have you noticed I've got blue, rust, and green? So yeah, not a fan of black. But again, now this one's got, a couple of different pockets up here, that like quick access pockets, so you don't have to get in the whole bag. And they're not bad. They're good size. This one, the back one is really big and the front one is smaller, but neither of them are fleece lined. So put your glasses in a case. This one actually has a separate zipper for the laptop. So there's actually an opening back here for your laptop, which is nice when you're going through the airport and you have to take your laptop out. I don't think they make you do that as much anymore. I think they've focused on other things because everybody carries a laptop. And so they focused on strange things like protein powder. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not airport security, so I just try to get along with them. But it has the same bend to the back panel as the District 18. And the 24 has the same thing, the District 24. If you're bigger than I am and you need the room, I highly would recommend getting the District 24. But if you're a little short fellow like, I'm 5'4", and the 18 fits me perfect. I think the 24 would have been too big. So, but it has, again, with the load lifters on the back on the straps. Now, I don't have anything on this one yet. It does have these annoying, this is what I was talking about on the Rip Ruck. This is what it had for zipper pulls. Okay, just paracord. And it doesn't have like heat shrink tubing or anything around it. So that's why I changed them. I have not changed this one yet because I only have two colors. I have black and blue. And I didn't think either one of those would look good on this. So I may be putting some heat shrink tubing on these myself, or I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet. But yeah, this, to me, this looks kind of cheap. They work fine, but it just kind of looks a little cheap to me. So, but it's the same opening, this open, that Mystery Ranch is kind of famous for. Their tri-zip. And from what I understand, these are AquaGuard zippers, YKK, all that good stuff. From what I understand, this is like kind of their trademark, is this zipper thing. I lost my mouse again. I'm sorry. Let's go over here. Okay, so when you open this thing up, voila! Look at all those pockets. I mean, this thing is ridiculous with how much organization there is. I use pouches, so I really don't need this much organization. I've got another little tech pouch in there. I don't know if I can get it all the way down there or not. This is a big bag, folks. And it's got a little bit, and these don't have any kind of closure to them. So you might just want to put like a notebook or something, and then a couple of pen holders, because they're really too deep for a multi-tool, and they're not, I don't know if they're big enough. Just happen to have one up here. I guess you could. Yeah, tight fit. So these are more for pen holders. And then you've got a zippered pocket back here. And then you've got zippered pockets on either side. And then you've got the side pocket that goes down. Like you could definitely, where's a water bottle? You could put a water bottle on the inside if you didn't want to put it in the outside pockets. Or you could put your little travel tripod or, you know, whatever you want to put in there. Not a problem. So just a lot of organization going on. The you can access the laptop area or the hydration area from either in here or out here on the side. The zipper that I opened on the side is right here. And so that gives you access to your laptop without opening the whole bag. But this, I have packed this out because, you know, I'm kind of crazy like that. And I can fit 3 days worth of gear in here. So this would be more like, I'm going to see if this will replace the Core Surf, because I have taken the Core Surf on several trips and I love it to pieces. It's my favorite travel bag, and I'm going to see if this will replace it. It may or may not. I don't know. It's definitely too big for an everyday carry unless you've got a ton of stuff to carry. So it would be too big for me for an everyday carry. But you know, I guess if you're carrying headphones and I don't know what all you would put in a bag this big, because they say it's 27 liters, but I'm thinking it's more like 24, and the Core Surf is a 28, but they're very, very comparable in size. So this harness system is just way more comfortable. I mean, the Mystery Ranch on these 3 bags, the harness system is the most comfortable of any bag I have ever come across. Hands down. Belroy, Alpaca, 511. I thought the 511 was good on the Rush. Mystery Ranch beats it hands down. So my only complaint about this is every time I go to pick it up, I try to grab right here. No handle right here. It is way back in the back. Now, it's where it should be. Okay, that's where, you know, that's where backpack handles are. But because this top piece is so wide, and I guess it's not on any of my other bags, this feels way too far back. It's my only complaint about this entire bag is this, where the handle is. So, and that's a very, I mean, you grab it by the handle to pick it up and put it on. So it's not like it's a, you know, that's not a deal breaker. But that's and it too comes in several colors, and I'm thinking, I don't remember. Let me see if it shows on here. Oh, it does. So it comes in, let me see if I can get this. I'm working on it, folks. Yeah, it comes in this kind of a tan color, and somebody's going to have to help me figure out how to do this, because I can't do this without switching back and forth. And then it not really for me, but it comes in a paprika, if you like really bright and colorful. I'm kind of I like blues and greens. I love the rust. It's actually called Tiger's Eye, and I love that color, but yeah, not so much the paprika. It might be a little bright for me. And then it comes in the green. So, and of the 3 colors that were on sale, that's the one. It looks like me. So that's the one I went with. Mookie made it in. I finally get to see a live show. Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday night. Why are you not at work? Or did you get today off instead of yesterday? Maybe. Labor Day, a long Labor Day weekend? Well, we're glad to have you. And I don't know why you're not working. Are you, I hope you're well. Um, so that's kind of, I have never had a Mystery Ranch bag before, and I have been blown away, which doesn't happen very often. I mean, normally I get a bag in and I'm like, oh, well, that's nice. That's okay, you know. But these, I was just like, wow, that's incredible. And so, of course, I had to see how much I could get in the 2-day EDC. And so I took some packing cubes and I stuffed some clothes in them, and I'm seeing, you know, how much I can kit it out with, and it'll hold enough for a weekend. So now they have bigger ones in that as well. They have I think it's a 3-day, which is like a 36 liter maybe. I knew it'd be way too big for me. I have a 38, right, that one right there, Core Surf, and I have the 28, and the 28 is the perfect size, because if I can pack out the 38 with a couple more days of clothes, but it sure makes it heavy to carry it through an airport. So the 28 is just the perfect size. I'm immobile, and I can wear it as long as I need to, and I don't get fatigued. And I'm hoping that the 27 does the same thing, because it is way more comfortable. The Core Surf doesn't have the load lifters and all that good stuff, and then the way that back panel is shaped to curve your back, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Mookie says, I'm at work. I got my priorities right. Sly first, snack break second, and work third. There you go. Okay, well, as long as you're not getting in trouble, I'm all for it. Yeah. So, but that's kind of, I'm really looking forward to getting out and about and trying these out and seeing how they do. Like I said, I did try the Rip Ruck with the camera thing on it, and every time I take it off, it was hitting me in the face. So not really sure what I'm going to do about that, but I'll figure out something. And Mr. Carlos made it in. Sorry I'm late. What's up, fam? Hope everyone is well. We're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know if you can tell, my voice is getting a little scratchy, so I probably won't go much longer, but yeah, I have some new backpacks, Carlos, and it's been a long time since I've been this excited about a new company, and I'm just blown away. The quality is excellent. Now, especially the Rip Ruck was made before they were bought out. I can't say that the EDC was. I have a feeling it was. And the District 18, again, I think was a pre-Yeti production. So I can't comment as to what the new bags will be like, because I haven't actually seen a Yeti bag. But they are being made by Mystery Ranch, and I've heard they're going to discontinue some of the lines and start some new lines, and you know that they've got things in the works. So I would think that Yeti quality is up pretty high. Now, I will say one thing about Yeti. When my son and I were kayaking one day, it was 100 degrees outside, really, really hot, and he had a Yeti can cooler. Well, mom has to keep up with her son, so I got one. And my Camelback can let me put my dentures back in. The Camelback can cooler keeps my drink colder longer than the Yeti. So take that for what it's worth. I'm not saying anything negative about Yeti, because it does work, but it doesn't keep it as cold as long. So, Carlos says, thoughts on Guthrie? It's not Edmond. So, Guthrie is a fun little town. It's certainly old. It certainly has a lot of character. but it's an old town, and Edmond is like a newer area and nicer. It's also more expensive. So, um, I don't know. Would I move to Guthrie if my kids were there? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's got a lot of history to it. I think Guthrie was one of the first Oklahoma towns, so it's got a lot of history to it. But it's not anywhere near as posh as Edmond. So, Edmond and Moore in Oklahoma City are kind of the Edmond first, Moore second are kind of the really nice places in Oklahoma City. Um, Guthrie is, it's not terribly far away, but it's not, it's more of a historical town. If that, I don't know, if that means anything to you. When somebody talks to me about a historical town because I'm from Oklahoma, I know what they're talking about, but uh, I'm trying to think what it would be like in California. So I don't know that California has any. Do they have any like really old towns? I'm trying to think, like back in the gold mining days, if you have any towns that are really historical type thing. So it's not a bad town, but you're not gonna. It's not where the up and comers move to. Let's put it that way. So speaking of, I think everybody say a little prayer, but I think my house is sold. So we're in the closing process, and I'm really praying that everything goes smoothly, and I can get this behind me and be done with that part of my life. So, Carlos says, had to push back my visit. We'll be traveling there next month. We'll let you know for sure, Sly. Okay. Next month, October. September, October. I've got a week in October. I think the 8th. I don't know. I'm really bad about calendars. I think it's the 8th through the 12th. Or maybe it's the 6th. I don't know. The week of the 8th through the 12th. I won't be able to leave the area because I'm babysitting my grandson all week. So other than that, I would love to come over and meet you and your wife and say hey and, actually put a 3D person to the person that we talk to all the time. So, and Randy says, good night, everyone. Have a great week. Yeah, I'm starting to lose my voice, Randy. So, I'm probably going to end it there, but thank you guys so much for coming on and saying hey. And I missed you so much last week, and never did find a diaper bag for that lady, but I'm sure she's probably found one by now. But everybody have a fantastic week. I hope you had a great Labor Day and you're rested from the weekend and hitting the week with lots of energy. And I will see everybody next Tuesday. Roy says, moving houses is a nightmare. I'm not moving again. Yeah, I kind of agree, Roy, especially when apparently I'm a hoarder. And, oh, gee, all these backpacks. Who would have thought? But I worked at a place that had a lot of clearance deals, like stupid deals, like a kitchen sink for $5. And so a lot of that stuff came home with me, and we've had to, sort through and sell that stuff. And it's been kind of a not, and it's been going on for, it hadn't been quite a year, but it's coming up on a year. So, yeah, I'll be so grateful to have that chapter put behind me, and, but just everybody keep me in your prayers that everything goes smoothly and closing is a breeze, and, because I don't do this every day. So I'm having to ask a lot of questions and kind of be led through this process. So anyway, you guys mean the world to me, and thank you so much for coming in, and I will see everybody. Let's see. Mookie says, take care, everyone. And Carlos says, so happy for you, Sly. The house sold finally. Yes. Right. Yeah, it has been kind of a nightmare. But I will keep you guys updated every week. So, um, and I'm going to work on getting over this cold. I'm taking all this vitamins and trying to, herbal teas and all this stuff, trying to get all this congestion gone. So hopefully next week I'll sound like my old self. But until then, guys, take care. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Good night, everybody.